What's up YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, hey, hi, how you doing? I hope you hit that subscribe button. That'd be much appreciated. There's gonna be some great future content on here, and I hope you can learn something during these tackle talk, unboxing, and fly tying videos that I do here inside the house. But yeah, we're going to be talking about the soft plastics you should probably never be without when bank fishing and pond hopping. I have here a 6 cents sack that I always put my soft plastics in, and I'm going to show you guys what goodies we have in here and what I'm always taking out with me while pond hopping. So let's get to it. Alrighty, so we're going to start with the first item, the first soft plastic you should probably be taking with you out on the water while bank fishing and pond hopping, and that is going to be a good stick bait. I have here the 6 cents clout worm. It is a 5.4 inch bait. I have it here in watermelon candy. That is my favorite color. So there's the package of that. Show you guys a close look at that. Hopefully the lighting is better now. I moved the tackle desk, and now the natural light faces me while I'm filming videos. But yeah, that is the watermelon candy clout worm from 6 Cents Fishing. This is my favorite stick worm. Obviously you can use whatever stick worm you can, but I think a stick worm is essential when you're pond hopping and bank fishing. You can Texas rig these and you can wacky rig these, which wacky rig is my favorite. Weighted and unweighted, it works amazing. I think it's the slow suspending baits that get hit pretty hard, and the wriggle of a good soft durable stick worm is really important when you're wacky rigging. So that's why I like these. But yeah, you can use anything like a Yamamoto or a young dinger or any other stick bait you want, but I just like 6 Cents Fishing because they're amazing. I don't know why, but for some reason every time I want to film a video, there's somebody out there just revving the heck out of their truck, and it is so annoying. They're just trying to make everything difficult for me. It looks like they stopped. So we're gonna get on to the second thing that you should probably bring out while bank fishing and pond hopping. This is another style of worm. I talk about this a lot, but it is a larger profile worm here. This is the Divine Shaky worm from 6 Cents Fishing. Is going to be the gill dust color. The gill dust color I really enjoy. It's got some red flake, purple flake, orange flake, a whole bunch of different colored flake in there with a green pumpkin body. Yeah, there's that Divine Shaky worm. Tell why it's called a shaky worm. It's got a little bit of a thinner body right there, and then it goes back to thicker. So when this is sitting at the bottom, that is wriggling like crazy, attracting some good fish. This is the 7-inch version. They have a 6-inch or 6.3-inch, sorry, version. I got some up on the tackle wall. I really like these because put them on a shaky head, put them Texas rig. I've even wacky rigged a 7-inch worm like this. The action is fantastic on these Divine Shaky worms, and yeah, I just think a larger profile worm is something that should always be considered when pond hopping and bait fishing, because some days when the bite is tough or you just can't find the fish, this is going to be a great way to find them, and it's just a great attractor bait. They're gonna see this very easily and be able to come over and hopefully bite. I got something else here from here. I have another larger profile worm from Zoom. That is the trick worm and gooseberry. Kind of like a dark purple June bug color. Yeah, there's the Zoom trick worm. These are really good. It's a more slender profile, so, but it's still got, I think it's still like a 7 to 6 inch bait here with a ton of action. Zoom trick worms are really good, and that's gonna help you find the fish and attract more fish so you can get more bites. But yeah, that is the second thing I think you should consider bringing while pond hopping and bait fishing. Alrighty, so we're here to the third thing that, well, third type of lure that I would consider bringing out while you're pond hopping and bank fishing. This is a really good one. You should probably always have one of these because bass consistently eat these and bite these. They can do it all year, it doesn't matter. They love a good crawfish. So I have here the 6 cents stroker crawl. This is in green pumpkin. This is my favorite crawl of all time. It's got great action in the water, great durability, doesn't rip up like a lot of crawls. Show you here. Comes in a nice clamshell, so your crawls stay good, all the claws don't get bent up and all that. Yeah, there is that green pumpkin stroker crawl. I like Texas rigging this with a 1/4 ounce bullet weight, maybe even heavier. Throw it on a jig, I don't know, throw it on a swim jig, throw it on whatever you want. I've even drop shotted this. It's a fantastic bait and you can do a lot with it. The durability of this is amazing. I do like the more cylindrical tail crawls, but this is pretty close. It's kind of like almost got that beaver style that I really like too. So lots of moving parts there. The appendages are really great and there's a lot of action in that. But yeah, that's the 6 cents stroker crawl. A very good crawl to put on for a trailer or just by itself. And then you probably consider other crawls here like the more cylindrical tail crawls. So your rage crawls and what else? Geez, their Zoom has some amazing crawls. I think they got the speed crawl or something like that. But yeah, those are great crawls. And then I even have these right here. These are Yums hollow body crawls. This is really fun to actually wacky rig. So you kind of just put it through the back of the crawl and kind of slowly suspends. It's hollow, so it fills up in water and gives a more natural descent. Open this up to show you guys. I guess I should have grabbed the package I already have open, but that's fine. Here is that Yum crawl. It's very small, very small. That's why I like to wacky rig it, weightless. And yeah, you can tell that's very, very hollow. There's a hole right there showing you that it's hollow. But yeah, you can put that on like maybe a tube jig, or you can wacky rig it through the back right here, like I said, and it just slowly suspends and falls down. Very realistic, very small profile, very finesse. For when you got a tougher bite and you want to use a crawl, go finesse and use this Yum. It's pretty dang fun. But yeah, that is the third thing I would bring up while pond hopping and bait fishing is some sort of crawl, because bass are always going to eat crawfish. we're to the fourth lure selection that I personally would bring with me while bank fishing and pond hopping. This is a really good one. Justin Royal on YouTube and on Instagram uses the heck out of these and just slays fish. I'll leave the link to his channel down below, but that's going to be the Zoom Salty Super Fluke. Last summer I absolutely lit them up on these. I've got the Arkansas Shiner here. Get you a close look at that. Kind of got a greenish blue-gray back and some silver on the bottom, so flashes quite a bit. But yeah, that is the Zoom Salty Super Fluke. That is a fantastic bait fish imitation. You just launch that out there, weightless Texas rig, and you flick it back. You jerk that back just like a jerk bait, and this is kind of like a subsurface, almost top water kind of thing. And yeah, there's that. I think that's the the crystal ice color or some sort of ice. But yeah, it's got a translucent back, glitter, and then like kind of a glittery white bottom. That's a fantastic one. And then maybe you got a lot of bluegills and baby bass, so you gotta have baby bass. So there's that baby bass color. Yeah, like I was saying, last summer I absolutely lit them up on these Zoom Salty Super Flukes. Just threw them on a spinning rod with, I think, 10 to 12 pound line, fluorocarbon. And I guess you can use mono too. Mono works really well. I've done it with that before. And yeah, just kind of treated it like a jerkbait / a topwater spook or whatever. And it's kind of subsurface and it pops out of the water, acting like a bait fish that's trying to get away from something, and it gets chewed. But yeah, the Zoom Salty Super Fluke is one of those baits you probably do not want to be without when pond hopping and bank fishing. Well, before we get to the last type of lure that I would bring bank fishing and pond hopping, I'm going to show you guys how to Texas rig something like this worm. This makes it so it is weedless and you're not going to get hung up on stuff. But yeah, just in case you didn't know or you need a refresher, we are going to Texas rig this worm with a 4/0 hook. Alright, here we go. That is a Trocar 4/0 worm hook. You got your bait here. We got the nose of the bait. We are just going to take the tip of the hook, drive it through the nose till about when it starts to bend. We're going to pull it through the other side, loop it around like that, and then we're going to bring this bait all the way up to the top. So now you have something that looks like this, and then you're going to flip this so that pops out. That bend of the top near the eye pops out, and your bait now faces like this. Obviously you start to tell what this is going to look like, so we're going to kind of measure where the hook bend down here ends up being on the worm. We're going to take that hook point, push it through where we measured, and bring it out the other side, so you have that. And then to make it weedless or to expose it, just lift it up a little bit, and you shove that hook into the back of the skin like that. That's not exactly perfect, but you get the idea. That is how you Texas rig a worm or just anything. That's how you Texas rig anything. Same idea with the Zoom Salty Super Fluke, a crawfish, whatever. Just gotta switch hook sizes for certain things, and there you go. That is how to Texas rig. Now we are going to get to the last thing that I would bring while pond hopping and bank fishing. The last soft plastic is going to be some sort of swim bait. Swim baits are excellent bait fish imitators, and we have here the Divine swim bait. That is in the pearl white or the platinum white. I don't remember. Pearl white or platinum white. But yeah, this is a nice smaller profile swim bait. It's a boot tail, so that boot tail swings back and forth rapidly. And I got a little larger one here in bluegill fire, or is it could be the gill dust, but I think that's bluegill fire. And that is a really good natural presentation when you got a natural, like say jig, or yeah, if you got like a jig or something like that, or a spinnerbait, or maybe you're just putting it on a normal swim bait jig head without the skirt. That is something good when you have a lot of bluegill and bass are eating up on bluegill. And this is really good for when you have shiners and shad in your body of water, and especially this size, which I think is the 3.2 inch, is really good for when you need to slim things down and the bass are being a little bit picky and they're going after really small minnows. That's a perfect size swim bait. I'll throw that on a small jig head and start cranking it in. It's gonna get bit. Boot tail swim baits are amazing. I even got these absolute giant ones. I can't remember. I think they're Savage Gear, but yeah, they might be Savage Gear or something like that. But I got these giant ones for, I don't know, just for fun. Those are really great. And then, see if I can show you guys a jig head. I've got one here somewhere. Right now it's just a jumbled mess. Alright, so something like this. I know 6th Sense has the Divine swim jig head, which has the screw lock, which I really like. The screw lock keeps your bait on the hook and it saves you money because you don't have to buy a bunch of swim jigs. But yeah, something like this, and just reel it on in. Let's rig that up so you guys can see that. So I'm gonna take the 3.2, kind of like the Texas rig here. I'm gonna work this all the way down in the center of the bait, and then once I get close to the end here, I'm gonna pop it out the back and push this over the lure holder. I could have done a better job, but you get the idea. It's gonna look like a really small bait fish imitation. Just do it better than I did, and that tail will be nice and straight and do what it needs to do. But yeah, that's a small bait fish imitation, and that is gonna get eaten really well while you're bank fishing and pond hopping. There, that's what it's supposed to look like. There, I fixed it. Then just to show you guys on something like a swim jig, that more natural bluegill fire color with a Divine swim jig, the 6th Sense Divine swim jig, and bluegill candy. But yeah, that's what that soft plastic looks on the jig. Very, very natural, and these things get chewed up like crazy. Alrighty guys, before we end the video, I'm gonna do an honorable mention of another really good soft plastic to bring with you while pond hopping and bank fishing. And I think this one gets ignored quite a bit. And it's gonna be a good lizard, like this Zoom lizard here. It's got tons of appendages. It's a 6-inch lizard. Let's just pull it out of the package here. I've got a buddy that uses lizards like almost religiously, and they work really well in all sorts of colors. I mean, look at all them appendages. That's gonna be a great fish attractor. And for some reason bass just absolutely hate lizards. They bite out of like pure hate. But yeah, that is good honorable mention to bring around with you while pond hopping and bank fishing. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that one. This is the end of the video. If you liked it, leave a like. If you haven't yet subscribed, please subscribe. I'd appreciate it very much. And yeah, if you did like it and you did leave a thumbs up, why not leave a comment and tell me how you feel about the video. If you learned anything, maybe it was like, oh man, I haven't used this certain bait in a while, and you know, it just took this video to finally click in my head like, hey, I should have tried that last week. It probably would have killed it. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Another video at the tackle desk. That's how it's gonna be for a while. We're doing a little bit of tackle talk and unboxing. So I think here in a week or so, we're gonna do another unboxing. But yeah, let me know what your guys' favorite soft plastic spring pond hopping and bank fishing is, and maybe I'll make an updated video and put those in there. But yeah, I hope you guys have a great day out on the water, and be safe.